Thank you very much to the Langa Community-Based Advice Office for the launch of Masibambisane, Creating Gender-Based Violence and Femicide-Free Zones. Langa Advice is one of the 18 projects that have been selected by the Foundation for Human Rights to implement the Masibambisane program. We started in 2018-2019, where we went across all provinces doing multi-provincial workshops on forensics and legal aspects of gender-based violence with different stakeholders, including community-based advice offices and civil society organization in the gender and social justice space. These projects that Langa Advice are implementing today. They are about 18 and they are located in 18 places across South Africa, which have been identified by the Minister of Police as hotspots for gender-based violence. We are grateful that the Minister is available to during that training in Western Cape to the Minister, and it involved the Langa Advice Office assisting a woman who for 10 years did not have any legal status as a migrant married to a South African man, and getting arrested with the children. And glad to report that after that case was handed to the Deputy Minister and Langa Advice Office, the woman managed to get the permanent resident status within 2 months. Talking about Masibambisane, we have an element where we are working with the young men and young women in schools, creating what we call peace clubs, and we're also teaching consent and self-defense skills amongst the young ones as an act of solidarity. But also the monitors are also ensuring, as Langa Advice Office, Anele, indicated that cases are followed up and they don't fall through the cracks of the justice system. We also are lobbying municipalities to ensure that there's a safe house for survivors of gender-based violence, but also the local economic development units to come on board to provide relevant skills for women and children in shelters so that they don't go back to the perpetrators, because we know that the economic issues are root causes of the drivers of women getting dependent on toxic relationships. We are also in Gauteng in one of our projects. I heard the Deputy Minister talking about liquor as also a cause for gender-based violence. We are working with one of our partners who is Black Women's Caucus, who are in the 18 projects that I've mentioned, with the Gauteng Liquor Board, and where through this engagement there is buy-in to work with Shibins and ensure that the alcohol that happens there and the engagements do not actually culminate to violence amongst people on the issues of consent. We also have a video which we're using on consent, and we're finding that different institutions respond very positively, and is part of the toolkit that we are about to roll out to train the GBVF monitors so that they can be capacitated enough to work with their local communities, stakeholders, and businesses. So thank you very much to everyone, to SAPS, to DSD, to Community Safety, and the GBVF monitors and the Langa Advice Office for driving the process of ensuring that where they are, it's declared a community safe zone that is free from GBV We also have a WhatsApp group for all the projects where FHR is supporting this Masibambisane. So there is, sober engagement. And one of the feedbacks, actually, which is what I received before I came to this platform from the group, was that the 24 demands, the activists we are working with, they are saying there's no implementation that is visible in their own communities, and they have direct cases to refer to show that the demands that they submitted under the total shutdown are not being implemented as promised by the president. So thank you. We're requesting donors and sponsors to support this program so that we can continue to expand it in other sites and bring more resources to those that are already have started. Thank you.